I'm Dominique Lay, your neighborhood reporter in Waco. We've been talking water problems all across Central Texas and the aging infrastructure that holds it. This coming November, you're going to have the opportunity to vote on how you and your neighbor's water lines could change. I'm breaking down Proposition 4, a 20-year water funding plan. It's up to Texas voters to decide how taxpayer dollars could be used to change the state's aging water infrastructure.
This is going to be $1 billion a year for 20 years, and that will address some, but not all, of the water infrastructure needs for Texas.
I spoke with Kimberly Gamez, the Source Watershed Protection Manager for the city of Waco. We talked about Proposition 4, which would dedicate the first $1 billion of sales tax revenue each year to the Texas Water Fund. But the money will be set aside after total revenue exceeds $46.5 billion. That money for water conservation and reuse.
Developing new supplies, so purchasing water rights, developing wells, possibly rehabilitating some dams so that they can conserve more, maybe build some new ones.
While conservation is a high priority for cities, 25 News continues to cover local communities going days without water because of old, aging infrastructure. So I asked Gamez if the approval for this bill would impact those areas. Could this bill go towards fixing stuff like that?
Yes, absolutely. That is the primary purpose of this bill. Is about 50% is going to go to conservation and reuse, or essentially conservation measures, which would cover things like fixing old infrastructure and fixing leaky pipes and that sort of thing. And then the other 50% will be going to developing new sources. So yes, it would absolutely address that.
The city of Waco has about $2 billion of water infrastructure and recently received funding from the Texas Water Development Board for copper and lead pipe replacements. With more funding, Gamez says the city is looking into purchasing water rights from Lake Whitney.
They do have programs that we would qualify for. You just have to apply and hope you're the one who qualifies the best.
I asked Gamez if $20 billion would be enough to cover Texas's water infrastructure needs. She tells me no. In fact, one study found that Texas would need $154 billion by 2050 to cover its water infrastructure needs statewide. But she does tell me that hopefully this will get the ball rolling and some momentum to get more funding available. Reporting in Waco, I'm Dominique Lay.